What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Les Alex here, and today I'm going to be talking about the brand new product that Wizards of the Coast just announced at the World Championships. Of course, I'm talking about the Challenger decks 2020 edition. Is there a lot to get into? They're going to be available April 3rd of this year at all of your local game stores, so I'm really excited for this project. It actually looks really good and quite a bit beefed up from last year, but as always, if you dig the content, make sure to smash that subscribe button and the bell icon so that you don't miss out on a single video that I put out. Challenger Decks 2020 edition. Of course, they've done this in the past, but this year, they are really bringing it. So we've got 4 different decks, and we are going to talk about each and every single one of them. Of course, if you're not familiar with what these decks are, they're supposed to be 75-card standard legal decks that are built to be pretty ready to take to an FNM and try and take it down. So they're pretty competitive. Keep in mind, you are paying about $30 for these. So we'll see how the LGSs want to run this. Sometimes, with these kind of products, they will kind of up the price. But I'm interested to see 60-card main deck, 15-card sideboard, of course. But these are going to be a great option for if you're just getting into Magic and want to start playing it a little bit more competitively, or for a great gift idea for people who are just getting into the game and, again, want to really take it up a notch and start heading out to FNMs and stuff like that. And if you're missing a couple of these cards, like there's Brazen Borrowers, there's other cards that are staples in not only standard but other formats as well. So this is a really good year for the Challenger decks. But let's get into these decks, and I'm going to break down each deck and really where the value is coming from. So the first deck we want to talk about is Allied Fires. So this is a Jeskai red, white, and blue colored deck. Fires of Invention. Yeah, this card is everywhere in standard right now, and this deck is pretty good. So if we look at it, we've got 4 fires, so that's right on par with what is in the actual deck, of course. A card that is really surprising me that it's actually in there is Kinrith. It makes sense, right? Because this card is only available in the Commander decks, so this is really good to get these out there. And as you can see, the paper price, $75. So right off the rip, you're looking at a very good return from your investment. You can obviously expect these prices to drop just a little bit. A Fae of Wishes. This list is pretty darn close to what you actually would play in standard. Obviously, some of these planeswalkers like Kasmina and stuff, you're not necessarily going to play. But, we have the Narsets, obviously, just an uncommon, but still a great card. Saheeli. This one's pretty good. And this one's actually the one that has the least value in it. So this deck's very good in standard. But yeah, I'm really impressed with it. Vanishing Lights, Omen of the Seas, Time Wipes, Drawn from Dreams. It's all here. It's all here. I'm really excited. Really excited. So moving on down the line, we have Final Adventure. So this is a Golgari-based deck. This is obviously like the Golgari Adventures deck that you'd see in a standard tournament. This deck is right on par. It has a Vraska Golgari Queen, which is just very good. And also, $12. So definitely not pulling punches with these ones this year. 2 Temple of Maladies. We do have a Fabled Passage in this one too, so that card is like $20. So Castle Lochwain is right there around 6 or 7. So this deck's very good. So Edgewall Innkeeper, and then obviously you see the price tag, $96.20. You're really, really getting your value with these decks. So then the next deck is a mono red deck. They did this, I think every year they've done mono red. It's just a good archetype, right? It's usually pretty cheap, and it's usually just very easy to construct. You don't have to deal with any dual lands or anything, any shock lands or anything like that. But this deck is in there like swimwear. We have Embercleave, which is just insanely expensive right now. The card's great, don't get me wrong. Definitely deserves its price tag, especially with the way that everything is now, where the rares aren't worth so much, and then the mythics are where most of the value is in each set. So Embercleave, there is one of them in here. We've got 4 Fervent Champions. You've got Runaway Steamkins, not very expensive, but it's $7 for all 4 of them. Not bad, not bad. Bone Crusher Giant, great as a 4 of. Torbran, of course, this card packs quite the punch. Chandra, just a very good card in this deck. Light Up the Stages, and of course, Cavalcade of Calamity. This card is very good in this deck, and the namesake, Cavalcade Charge. Very good. Experimental Frenzy, used to be a main deck card, and relegated to the sideboard most of the time nowadays. So, yeah, I mean, and then you got 18 Mountains and 3 Castle Embreaths. So, this deck, going to be out of the box, very playable. You could probably most definitely take down an F&M with this deck. So, very excited to see. And then the last one, this deck's very good and also just jam-packed with a bunch of goodies. Of course, the one that sticks out the most is Brazen Borrower. 20 to 25 bucks. It's a mythic. It's very good. It was very under the radar when it first came out, but it's definitely proved its worth in not only Standard, but Pioneer as well. And yeah, also, of course, Night Pack Ambush. This card's great in Standard, great in this deck. This deck obviously is like a flash style deck, kind of plays like a controlling role, but it can bash as well. And then it does have a Fable Passage here as well. So, I mean, this deck, all of these decks, you're getting your value. Off the rip, you're getting your value. Thassa's Intervention, nothing crazy there, but it does have 3 Shifting Ceratops, so that's about $10 in value. But, yeah, I mean, all of these decks are just jam-packed, full of goodies. They really, really want to sell this set this time around. It definitely feels like, at least to me. I'm really excited for them. I know that LGSs do really well with these. The problem is, of course, with all of these decks, one's always going to be the one that you want to get. But I think with these, they're pretty well balanced in terms of power level. So I think that LGSs will be able to sell these pretty regularly. I mean, it's great. I'm very excited for these for new players or for someone like me that plays a lot of Pioneer and doesn't get to play Standard too much in paper. So I might end up picking one of these up and trying it out. Probably the Allied Fires deck or maybe even Cavalcade Charge, just because Mono Red is usually pretty great in Standard whenever it is playable. So I'm very excited. But yeah, what do you think? Do you think that WotC hit the nail on the head this year, or do you think it falls short? Personally, the price tag of these, if you were to buy the cards individually, definitely makes it worth it to pick up one of them. And the Cavalcade Charge one, I mean, Embercleave's super expensive, and that's where most of that value is coming from. But still, I'm very excited for these. I think this is a great thing that WotC's doing. These decks always seem to sell well. This is going to be a great product for LGSs to get in and sell if they keep the prices close to, I know there's no MSRP anymore, but close to what should be, what most places are selling. So, yeah, what do you think, though? Let me know in the comment section below what you think, if you think this is going to be a good thing, if you're going to pick one of these up. If so, which deck? Which deck? Are you going to pick up the Fires one like me? Are you going to pick up the Mono Red one? Or are you going to be jamming some Vraska Golgari Queen? Let me know in the comment section below. And, of course, if you liked the video, I know this was a short one, but I wanted to get this out and just let people know that this was happening. I think it's awesome that they decided to show it off at Worlds. And that they're actually doing it this year. So let me know in the comment section below which one you're getting and which one you would have maybe wanted them to do. Maybe there's a deck list that you would want. And as always, everyone, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Adios.